Hello everyone, happy Thursday. My name is Daniel Carter, and I am a reporter with the Precinct Reporter. Shouts out to Mr. Townsend in the back. Mr. Levin, I have a question in regards to your political background. I consider myself to be an American independent. So I just wanted to know your perspective and how did you decide to become an American independent?
My reason for being independent is because, and it's lifelong, is because I knew I wanted to go into this work, but I didn't want folks to feel that they couldn't call on me if they were from a different party or something. Interestingly enough, on the day that I was appointed to the commission, just real quick, the day I was appointed to the commission, I was on an airplane. And the Daily Signal, which is a very conservative zine, I guess, daily web-based thing with the Heritage Foundation, said that conservatives in California should be in terror that I was appointed on the commission. And it went out and it had hundreds of thousands of views of it. I called the guy up. And he said, because I worked in Alabama at the Southern Poverty Law Center in the 1990s. And I said, let me tell you something. Just like that Proud Boy guy. I'm not saying he's a Proud Boy. I'm saying, I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him. Almost. And I said to him, you're doing a terrible disservice. We had a 47% increase in house of worship arsons in California. I want folks to feel, all Californians, that they have a place to be protected, irrespective if I disagree with them on everything. He rewrote the article and said they should just be terrified because everyone else is. But one of the things that I think is important is that the last time I got invited to the Senate was from the Republican side. So, unfortunately, most recently, we have not seen bipartisanship with regard to prejudice reduction. But I would say, if you want to find conservatives of goodwill, here are some places where I look. Go look up when President Bush signed the Hate Crime Statistics Act, which, by the way, I worked on. Go look at President Bush, who I have like a lot of disagreements with. The second, Bush 43. 6 days after 9/11, he said people who were intimidating Muslim folks should be ashamed of themselves. Hate crimes against Muslims dropped by 2/3 the next day, 2/3 the next year. So I really believe in bipartisanship. But right now, there just aren't a lot of folks on the other end of the other aisle who are working towards this. But when every single federal hate crime bill that's passed over the last 35 years, either the center or I have worked in collaboration with folks. And that's why I think it's so important for there to be an independent voice. I wanted a Republican on this commission. I thought Schwarzenegger was a good choice, because that's what democracy is. Unfortunately, when you have one party that is now steeped in white nationalism, you gotta call it like it is. I'm bipartisan and nonpartisan. But when we have black people being murdered, to create an atmosphere, you see those charts, right? I mean, what I'm saying to you is, yes, the assailants who commit these crimes, they've done horrible things, but there are moral accomplices that don't have their fingerprints at the crime scene. And that's why I think it is really important for me to be nonpartisan. Although, obviously, I do have a lot of friends who are progressive. But I do think that kind of bipartisanship is important. The last thing I'd ask you to look at, you want to see a Republican that I really dug, not on policy. I disagree with him on every fucking policy. I'm voting for McCain. John McCain. Look at his concession speech. That was a political thing. But when he congratulated President Obama and offered his sincere service to him, that's what we need in politics today.
More information is in our e-edition. Thank you for tuning in to the Precinct Reporter.